After riding out the storm in our last episode, it didn't take long for the Isles of Scilly to turn back into their seductive, tranquil paradise. Carly and I decided to squeeze every last drop of magic we could out of the beautiful weather window, as another storm system was already forecast to be heading our way. But before this particular weather front would be hitting us, learning our lessons from last time, we would be up and sailing away for safer waters. Carly would make the most out of every last drop of sunshine whilst keeping a watchful eye out, and as the winds picked up, we would find ourselves in an impromptu race back into port. But first things first, we would need to navigate Cadoha between these islands back to St Mary's, where we'd be departing first thing in the morning.
The route between these two, Teen Sound and Crow Sound, is fairly straightforward, but you just have to have sufficient water, and we're doing it on a flood tide, so.
See how the old poly novels are doing? We're at 61% state of charge. Little juicing from the engine won't hurt that at all. What are they pumping in? 22 amps per battery so far. Love these batteries. Let's go and undo this mooring line and get going. Goodbye, St Martin's. Until next time. I feel some zigging, some zagging going on.
Yeah. I was just saying that I'm finding it hard to look at any. I'm just looking at this because there's no real points of reference out there because everything's underwater. So I'm just following this and the depth. And so I was just saying that if you made any signals, I probably wouldn't see them. And I never normally work with navionics this way up. I usually have it so that north is north. But in this circumstance, just rather than trying to second guess, just got it.
Looks good. I've been tasked with the job of keeping an eye out for any unexpected rocks. Just this area here. Looks like it might be a bit shallower. Carly's obviously got the charts and she's got navionics. And my eagle eye's out here, so hopefully we'll make it to St Mary's unscathed. We've decided we're going to pop in and drop the anchor here. Although the wind technically isn't in the right direction for the anchorage, there's like 2 knots of wind, 3 knots of wind, and all the forecasting models have all basically confirmed that there's just going to be no wind or next to none. So I think it'll be fine. We've got the whole anchorage to ourselves, and when we got here a couple of weeks ago, all the moorings were pretty much full up. We were lucky to get one, and the anchorage was chock-a-block. But I think most people have either A, gone back to the mainland at this point, or B, decided to snap up a mooring buoy ready for the weather coming in on Thursday. So we'll have the anchorage to ourselves, take Hank to the beach, and just get the boat ready, get everything in order, do another round of engine checks, and yeah, get ready to head back to the mainland. Now we need to see if it bites. So we've dropped the train and we've slowly laid it out, laid it out, laid it out. And now Carly's going back until it pulls tight. And once the chain pulls tight, then we'll give it 2,000 revs of juice. And if it doesn't go anywhere, then we're good. So I've just tied a snubber rope on there using a rolling hitch. And I've just brought that back to the cleat. Take some of that load off of the windlass. Now we're going to try going backwards again and see if we can bed that anchor in. So that's transferred the force from the windlass to the cleat. Okay. As much as I love you, Dipper, it's time for some peace and quiet. Okay, we are successfully anchored over in St Mary's now, and we're going to go to shore. So Hank's going to need to go and obviously do Hank's business. We're also going to grab a few bits from the shops. We're out of fruit and fresh vegetables, and then I think we're going to go and track down a rock. There's a rock that Carly feels particularly, what's the word, sentimental about?
Yeah. Are we actually going to go to the rock?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. So I think we're going to go try and find this rock. One of Carly's favourite all-time pictures of our first ever holiday was captured on this rock. Some fluky picture I just point and shot and it turned out alright. And we're going to go and try and rediscover it half a decade later.
I wonder how many were lost at sea.
I imagine a few.
The greedy sea hath yielded up her death.
I love how in good condition that thing looks.
It looks great. It looks like they've had someone come and repaint it.
Probably, but the fact that there's a headstone there from 1875 and someone still cared long enough in the future to sort of keep on top of it. I love that too. Crab and lobster pots everywhere here. These people know some stuff.
I think it's there.
It is there, yeah. Okay. Sometimes I fall behind a little bit with a walk-in because I'm constantly stopping to shoot. I see all these little moments saying, oh, I'll capture a bit of that, capture a bit of that, and then Hank will just, he'll run back and see what I'm doing, and then he'll run back off as soon as I start walking again. He's gone. You see, he cares like that. Carly's his favourite, there's no denying that. Carly is definitely his favourite. But he will come just to see if anything's happened to me, and if he decided I'm alright, I'm just being a bit slow, then he'll run back off. But I'm just going to film a load of these little bits and pieces, because especially for those of you that won't be able to get here, or those of you that are watching this from all around the world, I just want to share the British countryside. It's a fine thing.
He's getting very excited. Be careful, you. Oh my gosh.
You remember now?
I'm nervous getting up there now. Perhaps you should go up there, and I'll get the picture.
Oh wow. Don't really want to fall down there. I think I got the picture from here, didn't I? Oh wow, that one's even further. Okay. 1, 2. Whoa. Whoa. Woohoo! Made it.
Oh my gosh.
I think I got the shot. This is actually Hank's second walk of the day. Just for anyone who's concerned that he's cooped up on a boat, he gets this a couple of times a day. He goes running, sprinting, charging around all over the place, and then he sleeps. But he sleeps because he's exhausted, because he has the best walks ever. Ever.
Sunny tomorrow now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Look at that.
We should have a nice well,
sun.
sail. We won't be sailing.
As my pappy always used to say, the sun always shines on the righteous.
That was someone's roof.
The sun is setting on our last day in the Scillies. If you haven't checked Carly's Instagram out already, I'll pop a link in the description. She does an amazing job of capturing all these moments that I don't. I feel like everybody's got the same idea. There's a whole load of people either sat here watching the sunset, or oh wow, they've all got their cameras out just as the sun starts to vanish behind another one of the islands. Check it out.
The last sunset we'll have from Scilly's this year.
Wow, it's amazing how fast it goes.
So fast.
So fast. And just like that.
It's gone.
Look at that morning, Hank. You worshipping the sun? So a little bit downward dog going on there. Matey. Right, I'm going to strap this dinghy down, then we're good to go, yeah? You happy? I'm happy. Alright, so the trucker's hitch has firmly lashed down the dinghy. Anyone's got a better idea of how to lash a dinghy down just using ropes, then drop a comment in the box underneath the video, the comments box. But yeah, like as a kid, my old man used to drive around in a transit van, fill it up with, you know, fence posts and old bits and pieces, and he'd throw a rope over and a trucker's hitch, he'd pull that down tight, and he was like 10 times stronger than I am, and just pull it down and compress the whole thing. But I'm trying to replicate that, but so part of me feels like there's probably a better way. So if you think there is too, just let me know. That's 7 meters deep. Sand, seaweed, crystal clear. I was just about to go down below, and I think what I've spotted is Carly probably is resurrecting a bee. Either that or someone's accidentally left a spoon of honey out for her. Hey Bumbles, are we taking him with us and releasing him in the mainland, or are we...
Well, I tried to get him to fly here, but he wouldn't, so I'm hoping he's had a little bit of energy spurt to leave him here, otherwise he's coming with us the whole way.
It's the least we can do. We love honey. I have no idea if it's a honeybee, but still, they're all pollinators, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, he's eating the honey. He likes the honey.
Yeah. Hopefully this will cheer up some of the vegans that get upset, you know, with all the kind of crabs that we're...
Stop trying to start an argument with people.
I'm not trying to start an argument, I'm trying to appease an argument. I'm trying to nip it in the bud before it
Right,
gets
I'm just
there.
going to wipe this, because otherwise I can't see you. It's a bit of Mr. Muscle.
Ooh.
Mr. Sheen, sorry. Mr. Sheen.
Oh, okay. There he is. Ginger Hank.
St. Mary's
Ginger
to
Hank.
Falmouth, that is what we're doing.
You gonna go see Mummy? Come, have a get.
You know
Come.
what time it is?
Come. You know the drill.
Right.
Right, let us weigh anchor. She's off. Wow. Here we go. All right, all clear. Looks good to me. a very quick interjection from us. As you can see with Carly's decorating, it is Christmas time. That's probably when you guys are watching this video, so happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
And as you can see, there is a bit of a time delay between the footage that we put out. Oh, Hank's decided to leave.
We've got some new patrons to thank.
We do.
Roberto and Nikki, and Clem Fandangoed, also known as Michelle, Mark, Peanut and Luna.
And we also have Jonathan Contre, I think. Contre?
Possibly.
Contre. This one I'm almost certainly going to train wreck a little bit, and it's not my intent. Again, I'll pop it on the screen, and anyone help me out with how this is pronounced. But I've written it down. Nut Inga Skiffled.
It's a better effort than I could have done.
Yeah, I hope that's at least close to right. I'm not sure if it is. But these guys have just jumped on board and joined the patrons, which again, it's channeling more energy and funds towards being able to create more videos more frequently, more often. Carly and I at the moment, you know, in the winter time, we both work full-time jobs, and then on top of that, fixing Cadoha up, repairing her, making modifications is another full-time job, and then putting videos together and editing them and getting them out there is close to another job again. So yeah, we're spread thin, but we're getting as much out as we can, and with your support we can get more out. Speaking of support, it is nearly the new year, and
we have the Cadoha calendar, which we have a few left of, so I'm hoping Dominic's going to pop a little link. So
I will pop a little link.
If you want to go grab yourself one of the last few calendars, then you can do so there, and the funds that we make from this we're putting towards our Watermaker fund. So when you're looking through all your appointments and things, you can know that you help to support us drinking clean water.
Yeah, to everyone that's bought one, thank you very much.
Yes, thank
there
you.
are a few left in the shop, and there's a link in the description, so if you want to go get one for yourself or a friend, like I say, there's still some time to do that, and then you've got all your calendar sorted for 2022.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's get back to the adventure. It's my shift. Carly's downstairs getting some sleep. Hank can't make up the time where he wants to sleep. He's changing sides, but he seems to snooze for a while. And I'm just finishing my latest book, Sailing to the Reefs by Bernard Montessier, the French single-handed sailing legend. And we're just going through the tail end of a shipping channel now. The great big super tanker, which this camera won't be able to pick up, just vanishing over there. And there's another one just to our left and another one behind it again. And so just really keeping an eye on these, taking a sighting of them, and then just taking a transit, and just sort of seeing if they're going ahead, and I'm sure they are. They look, they're moving probably much faster than we are. They don't look they're moving at all from this distance, but given the point of reference I made on the boat, they're going ahead, so we'll fall behind them. "10 minutes shuffle, another 10 minutes, oh, perfect crispy chips." Just the first 10 minutes. This thing is undoubtedly my favourite purchase. So I built this little frame strap I got from Metal Supermarket. Bob's your father's brother. No gimbal necessary, easy cooking. Nice hot meal, whatever you want. You know, chips, hash browns, roast chicken, anything you want to do, just pop it in and it's done. Lasagna, it cooks all sorts. The Ninja air fryer. Anyone else who's interested in the Ninja air fryer, I don't know, you can find them on Amazon. I'll pop a link in the description, you can go see for yourself, but best investment we've made. Oh, how's your trip going, mate? You keeping an eye on proceedings down here? Are we sticking to our course? Are we still 92 degrees? 91 degrees, okay. I'm heading east. Heading east? Alright, good job. Can you get some mummy? And we don't even have a drop of wind. The sail's all over the place. It's just the hawk at the top's just spinning around. Carly thinks she's seen a basking shark, which is kind of cool. We've had some dolphins that have come and played in the wake for a while. Hank's just sort of awake for a little while, then goes to sleep, then awake. But it's a glorious day. It's sun is shining. Yes, there's no wind. Yes, we're motoring. But this is the calm before the storm, and we'd much rather be getting to somewhere safe. We can hunker down. Look at that, actual crispy chips. So good. Dinner is served, madame.
Amazing.
Spoil you. Hold on. Don't think I'm shortchanging you. You get the whole 9 yards.
And?
Mayonnaise. Oh, you're a mayo dipper. I forget. Yes.
Oh, another one. Here. Here, look.
Oh, shh.
That's a sunfish. That's a sunfish.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sunfish.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
It's a bizarre thing, isn't it?
Nothing around, yeah.
It's not really moving anywhere, is it? It's just.
No.
I wonder what it's doing. Like his little fins just
I
coming
know.
up and down. What a bizarre thing. Keep an eye on these container ships.
Look at the amount of water it's pushing underneath them.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Are you the captain now? You say get the sail out? Okay. Alright. Amazing, we finally managed to get some wind. The sun's gone though, sadly, but can't have everything, I guess. And we're finally able to turn the engine off and have some peace. Come on, mate. This is your wee-wee mat now. This is your wee-wee mat. You remember the bit of grass we had? It's like that, but not green. You ready for wee-wees? Alright, it's time for the bladder massaging. It's okay. It's a good boy. A little bit of bladder massaging. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it flow everywhere. Let it go. Let it flow. Come on, mate. Come on, that's the best treat. There's a fillet steak waiting for you if you pee on this carpet. I never thought I'd live to see the day. Come on, there's a fillet steak if you wee on my carpet. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this. Come on. Come on, I look like one of those kind of American cops, don't I? Like, hey, what you got, dog? What you got? Come on. Come on. Come on, let's get in the zone. Woosa. Woosa. Alright, so we've currently got 8 knots of wind and we're managing around about 4 knots, which in 8 knots of wind is pretty good for this boat. So that massaging kind of the bladder that you saw me doing with Hank just a moment ago was the result of reading a blog and watching a video on sort of how to encourage a dog that really needs a toilet to go there. For those of you that might have just turned up now, wondering why maybe we haven't tried, you know, fake turf or a million and one other sort of tactics to try and get Hank to go, we absolutely have. Hank's amazing. He is the best, most chilled, relaxed, confident, comfortable dog on a boat I've ever seen. And a lot of people that see him on the boat are like, I've never seen a dog that chilled. Just won't go to the toilet. Just won't go to the toilet. There's a few patches I've put on sail that I'm looking at now, and a couple of them seem to be coming a tiny bit loose at the bottom. I actually put these on before we left. Here, if you can see that. It's mostly alright. It's just this, there's like a little bit at the bottom where it looks like it might be lifting. Oh, it's not too bad actually. So we've got the same size disc on each side, and we just have these tiny little microscopic, well maybe not microscopic, but very small holes like starting to appear. So we just put these oversized patches on, and what we did is we just cleaned them with some alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and then either side we applied these patches, and yeah, we had the sail laid down with like a chopping board underneath, and we were sort of agitating them really hard, scouring them until they eventually stuck. But so we've got 4 in total each side of those patches, and what are you telling me? Do you need some help going to the toilet up there? This is actually where Hank went to the toilet both times last time, so he might be asking for a hand. Okay. Okay, alright, okay, I'm coming. Good.
But perhaps because he knows that Dingbat's the one that takes him to the shore.
Maybe.
To go.
It's like launch the dingbat.
Yeah.
Not yet, Hank. There's no launching of the dingbat. You're like, look, I can see land, launch the dingbat, take me for a wee.
Yeah.
Take me for a wee, I tell you! There you go. Now we've bonded. Now you want to go for a wee? Now is it for a wee? Oh, the race is on. The heat is on. The heat is on.
No, it's because we now got about 15 knots of wind.
That's where she likes it. We've just about got to a position where we can do some good sailing. We've got to take the sails down. Alright, we made it.
Made it.
Alright, good job. Our neighbours are officially pirates. Look at that beautiful sunset.
I know.
Right. But you and I, Hank, have got a date. Oh, there's a compass jellyfish. Yeah. You and I have got a date with terra firma. Come on then.
He cannot
Go for
wait.
wee-wees. Come for wee-wees.
No hesitation.
Walk the plank, young man. Come on, on again.
Go on.
On again. There's a good boy. Look at that. I would love to sit and enjoy it with you, but... Oh. To land, young man, to land.
See you in a bit.